Hello my dear students, welcome you all in today's video session, Standard 5th, Subject EVS 1. Today we are going to learn a new lesson, that is lesson number 9, Maps, Our Companions. What are maps? A map is representation or a drawing of the earth's surface or a part of it on a flat surface according to a scale. It could be hand drawn or printed. It helps us identify the places and location within an area, helping us to navigate from one place to another. Students, a map is a symbolic representation of selected characteristics of place, usually drawn on a flat surface. Maps presents information about the world in a simple visual way. They teach about the world by showing sizes and shapes of countries, locations of features, and distances between places. So, students, man has felt the need for making and using maps since ancient times. At that time, maps were mainly used in wars in working out strategies of defeating the enemy. Taking into account the differences in their heights, slopes, shapes, etc., various landforms can be shown on a map. There are different methods of showing the landforms on a map. Now you can see the picture of the landform. The land in our environment is not of the same height everywhere. This unevenness gives rise to various land shapes, creating different landforms. The different shapes of the land, which are formed due to the differences in the heights and the slope of the land, are called the landforms. So students, you can see the picture of the landform clearly. Landforms such as mountains, valleys, plateaus, plains, and islands. Now you can see the pictures of all the landforms. Here are the examples of the landforms. For a proper understanding of our environment, it is necessary to study the physical or natural setup of the land. In Standard 4th, when we learnt about maps, we saw a 5,000-year-old map. This means that man has felt the need to make maps since ancient times. At that time, maps were mainly used in wars. While fighting a battle, it is important to have detailed knowledge of the terrain. It helps in working out strategies of defeating the enemy. Maps were very useful for this purpose. Taking into account the differences in their height, shape, etc., various landforms can be shown on a map. There are different methods of showing these landforms on a map. The length and width of a landform can be easily shown on a piece of paper. However, the height and depth cannot be shown as easily. There are different methods of showing the elevation or height of the land. So, it means the elevation or height and the depth of the landform are shown on a map by contour line method, layer tinting method, and digital elevation model. So students, let's see one by one. The first one is contour line method. This method is used to show the unevenness of landforms on a map. The height of the land is measured from sea level. Next points of the same height are identified. Their position is marked accurately on the map. These locations are joined with a line. Such lines are called contour lines. So we can see map A. In the map A, the lines are drawn each joining places of a specific height. This way, the relief of the land can be easily shown. It helps us to understand the slope of the land and the height of different places. Okay, so what is mean by contour line? We can see that contour line, a line on a map representing an imaginary line. It is an imaginary line on the land surface, all points of which are at the same elevation above a datum plane, usually mean sea level. Okay. See students, observe the given diagram. See, you can clearly see the picture. Note that when there is less distance between the contour lines, the slope is steep, whereas if the distance is great, the slope is gentle. Let's see further layer tinting method. This method is based on contour line. In this method, the spaces between contour lines are filled with color. Each color indicates a specific height. For example, when bodies are colored blue, whereas the adjoining land is colored dark green. Land higher than that is colored or light green. Next, higher land is colored yellow, and so on. Study the given color index. Note how the colors change with the height. The colors between the contour lines show up the difference in the physical setup. So you can see in map B how they have colored. So the layer tinting is known as a method of showing relief on maps and charts by coloring different levels in different shades. The basic shades are those of brown. The darker the shade, the higher is the height above sea level. The altitude represents by each tint are indicated on the maps and charts, sometimes referred to an elevation tint or layer tint. Digital elevation model. This is the most modern method. In this, the information obtained through man-made satellite is presented with the help of computers. We can see in the diagram of map C. In it, we can directly observe the differences in the height of landforms. Map made using the above methods helps us to understand the physical setup of a region. In other words, they give us an idea of its height, relief, and slope. Using computers, we can even find the height of each point on a digital map. Physical map can be used in military operations, tourism, drawing up mountaineering routes, in making regional development plans, etc. Okay, it means a digital elevation model is a 3D computer graphics presentation of elevation data to represent terrain, commonly of a planet, moon, or asteroid. A global digital elevation model refers to a discrete global grid. That is, digital elevation model are used often in geographic information system and are the most common basis for digital produced relief maps. Students, now you can use your brain power. See, this is an activity. See, places of different heights are shown in the adjacent box. Find and join the dots that show places of the same height. You have to just join the dots of the same height. The numbers are given there. Okay, for example, 100. You have to just join the dots. What method of showing the landforms on a map have you used here? Write the answer in the box below. Okay, you have to do this activity in your textbook, that is page number 41. Do you know, nowadays many modern methods of making maps have been developed. Previously, relief was shown using the hill shading technique. The map given below is an example of this. You can see the picture of the map given here. Okay, observe that map properly. Many people use maps. Students, as you know, many people are using maps. Many components are shown in maps or outline maps. If these components are shown on different maps in different ways, it will be difficult to understand them. Therefore, standard signs and symbols are used to make the map easy to read. You know, on the map some symbols are given, some signs are been done. These symbols and signs are universally used for specific components. That is why everyone can understand them. Conventional sign. What is conventional sign? Signs that are used to show various things on a map. You know, the various signs is been done on a map as per convention are called conventional signs. Conventional signs are in the form of letters or geometrical shapes. For example, lines, circles, triangles, dots, etc. So, we can see these all signs on the map, on a particular map. See the next one, conventional symbol. What are conventional symbols? Symbols are used to show various things on a map as per convention. Symbols are miniature drawing of the respective objects. For example, temple, mosque, forts, etc. The use of signs and symbols in a map helps the reader to get exact information about the places on the map. A list of the things that the signs and symbols represents is given in the key to the map. So students, when you go to some water park, also you must have observe, you will get a map in hand, okay, like SL World or Water Kingdom, okay, and you come to know which ride is available at which particular place, area. Looking at the map, certain signs and symbols are also available in these maps. You can also prefer to them for better understanding. Students, you can study the list of some of the symbols used by the Survey of India while making maps. Survey of India, they are making maps. So they are using some symbols. It is given below. You can just see. See a PO, that means post office. Then one more sign is given for harbor. Lighthouse, for lighthouse also the symbol is given there, okay. Then fort, burial ground, international boundary line, shown by line, a dot, again the same line and dot. 1967 battlefield, you can see the symbol for battlefield. Then railway, you can see the symbol of that. Well, then spring, then triangulation mark, settlement, grass, contour line, lake, road, mine, reserve forest. Students, you can see these are some signs and symbols which are used on a wide scale. Do you know the Survey of India is the foremost map making institute in India? It was established in 1967. This institute has made a large number of topographic maps. Topographic maps means it is a detailed record of a land area giving geographic positions and elevations for both natural and man-made features. They show the shape of the land, the mountains, valleys, and plains by means of brown contour line. So, these maps are known the world over for their accuracy. The institute's headquarters are in Dehradun in Uttarakhand. So students, what we have learned today, that is introduction to landforms, methods of showing physiography, the use of colors to show height, the use of conventional signs and symbols. So thank you students, thanks for watching and keep learning.